This is Fluency Module 5, Lesson 12, and we are going to start with doing some adding and subtracting. So if you look at these numbers, they first want you to write the numbers in standard form and then solve. So we have 547,686 ones plus 294,453 ones. I'm going to ask you to pause your video right now. You do the work for this, write them in standard form, do the addition, and then come back and see if we agree. All right, as I write 547,686, and then I'm going to add 294,453 ones. Standard form, again, remember, is just the way that we typically see these numbers written. So I start in the ones column over here, and I say 6 plus 3 is 9. No problems there. In the tens, I have 8 and 5. Well, 8 and 5 is 13. I'm going to have to put 10 of those tens over there. In the hundreds, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus that 1 is 11. I'm going to carry that over as well into my thousands, and I've got 7 thousands plus 4 thousands is 11 thousands plus one more is 12. And then I've got in my 10,000s, I've got 10 thousands plus 4 is 14. And we move one of those 10,000s over, and we've got 5 and 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. All right, just quickly double checking. 9, 13, carry there, we move on. 12, 14. All right. The next one, oh, this is a fun one. We're going to write the numbers in standard form, and then we're going to subtract. So you have 800,000, and you are subtracting 648,745 ones. So again, pause the video, you do the work, and then come back and see if we agree. All right, I am going to start there with 800,000, and that is a lot of zeros, which are not my favorite thing in subtraction. And I'm going to subtract 648,745 ones. All right, I'm going to start over here in the ones, and I see that I have 0 ones. I also have 0 tens, 0 hundreds, 0 thousands, 0 ten thousands, and finally I get over here to the 100,000s, and I have 8. So I am going to take 10 of those 100,000s, and I'm going to turn my 0 10,000s into 10 10,000s. But now I still don't have any thousands in my thousands place, so I'm going to take from there, and I'm going to put them into my thousands. Still have nothing in my hundreds, so I'm going to take from there and put it in my hundreds. I have to do that again. Make sure that when you take one, you indicate that. And now I finally got 10 tens, but I still don't have enough. Finally, I have 10 ones. All right, 10 ones minus 5 ones is 5. 9 hundreds minus 4 hundreds, again, 5. 9 tens. 9 hundreds minus 7 hundreds will give me 2 hundreds. 9 thousands minus 8 thousands gives me 1. 9 thousands minus 4 thousands gives me 5. And 700,000, 10 thousands, I'm sorry, I'm not saying all my words here. And finally, 700,000s minus 600,000s gives me 1. Now, because that involves so many zeros, I am going to just double check my work. And the way that I do that is by taking these bottom 2 rows and adding them together, and they should equal my top row of 800,000. So 5 and 5, 10. 1 and 5 is 6, and 4 is 10. 1 and 2 is 3, and 7 is 10. 1 and 1 is 2, and 8 is 10. 1 and 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10. 1 and 1 is 2, plus 6 is 8. So my answer of 151,255 was correct. Let's move on, and you're going to say the fraction, and fill in the unknown numbers to find the equivalent fraction. So we have 6/8 and we're trying to get it into fourths. So I am going to look at this. I'm going to say, well, 8 divided by what is going to get me to 4? And I know that 8 divided by 2 gets me to 4. Well, if I do that on the bottom, I have to do the same thing on the top. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. The reason I have to do this, as a reminder, is that 2 over 2, or any number over itself, is the same thing as 1. And I can always divide by 1 because we know if we divide by 1 or multiply by 1, we're going to end up with the same number or an equivalent number here in fractions. Let's go on. Same sort of problem. We're going to say the fraction, 4/6. We're going to figure out what we're doing here. So we're in the numerator, we went from 4 to a 2. So we need to think, well, what did I divide by to do that? Well, I divided by 2 because I know that 4 divided by 2 is 2. If I did it to the top, I have to do it to the bottom. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I now know that 4/6 is equivalent to 2/3. All right, we've got another one here. We start with the fraction 8/10, and we're going to try and figure out how we get it into fifths. So we'll start with the 10 here, and we'll look, okay, well, how did I get to 5? Well, 10 divided by, again, 2. You should have written that down hopefully before me. If I do it to the bottom, I do it to the top. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now I know that 8/10 is equivalent to 4/5. Alrighty, this one, I want you to pause the video, do this one yourself, and then come back and see if you agree. All right, we're starting with 9/12, and we've got to get from 9 to 3. So I know that 9 divided by 3 equals 3 because I know that 3 times 3 equals 9. So if I did it to the top, I have to do it to the bottom, and I know that 12 divided by 3 is 4, or 4 times 3 is 12. So here we have it, 9/12 is equivalent to 3/4. Is that what you got? All right, now we're going to do something a little bit different because we started using number lines. So we're going to try that with this. We're starting with our fraction, which is 2/3, and we're going to draw a tape diagram to show that. So you're going to draw your tape diagram as neatly as you can. Again, we're not perfect at this, right? And we're going to label that whole thing 1, and then we're going to shade 2/3. So we're showing 2/3. Now what they would like us to do is underneath that tape diagram, we're going to draw a number line. So I'm going to try and go down as straight as I can from where I started. And I start at 0 and ended at 1. And then I'm going to draw my parts in between. I'm going to label my fractions. So I've got 0. My first fraction, because it's divided into thirds, is going to be 1/3. My second fraction is 2/3. My third fraction actually is 1 whole, but if it were labeled as a fraction, it would be 3/3. All right, let's try that again. We're going to do this one. So you do this on your own. Pause the video, and then come back and see if you agree with how I did it. So we're going to start by saying the fraction, which is 2/5, and I'm going to draw my tape diagram. I'm going to do my best to divide evenly into fifths. It's a little tricky, but there we go, not bad. And I'm going to label the whole diagram as 1, and then I'm going to shade 2/5. All right, and then beneath it, just like we did before, I'm going to draw a number line. And I'm going to try to get my endpoints really close to where we started there. And then I'm going to label my parts. So each fraction, if we're in fifths, it says 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5 and 1, or we could also call it 5/5. Okay, I think we have one more to do. So again, pause the video, you do the work, and then check against mine. So we are doing, my fraction is 6/9. So I'm going to draw my tape diagram. I'm trying to divide it into 9 parts. That's going to be a little bit tricky, so we'll see how I do. And I'm going to take my eraser and just erase this last little part. And there we have 9. So I'm going to show 6/9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I forgot to label the whole thing as 1. Okay, once again, we are drawing that number line with 0 at one end and 1 at one end, and then I'm going to label each of my parts. And we're going to start with 0 here, 1 here, and my first fraction then is going to be 1/9, 2/9, 3/9, 4/9, 5/9, 6/9, 7/9, 8/9, and 9/9, or 1. Alrighty, that is the end of our fluency for today, and I hope you understood what we were doing. If not, go ahead and go back and check out.